Right, it is 5:30 and we have a full house, so we are going to go ahead and get started. And I hear there are some folks who are going to help lead the Pledge of Allegiance. So if we could all stand. Take it away.
Take it away, guys.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. Thank you.
All right, we will go ahead and do introductions. We will start with Mr. Ott.
Good evening, Griffin Ott.
Jessica Bigley.
Kennedy Bowman.
Craig Eating.
Rachel Wade.
Jason Beckrow.
Bill Scalata.
Scott Allen.
Okay. Next up is approval of our agenda. So board members, you have had a chance to look at the agenda for this evening's meeting. Any questions or comments? And if not, I would accept a motion to approve.
So moved. Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, because this is January, we need to hold the organizational meeting portion for the year. And so there's a number of things that happen as a part of our organizational meeting. So tonight's consent action items contain a lot more than usual, and so I'll just read those really briefly. First, we have the minutes from our December 9th meeting. We have our financial statements and bills that have been reviewed by the Finance and Facilities Committee. We need to designate our bank depositories that Honor Credit Union, United Federal Credit Union, and Huntington National Bank be designated as official school depositories. Check signatures that the chief financial officer or superintendent be authorized to sign vouchers for the general fund, the 2023 capital projects fund, public improvement fund, building and site sinking fund, the 2013 and 2023 debt retirement funds, accounts payable, school service funds, payroll, revolving, administrative petty cash fund, custodial fund, and any one of the board officers be designated as alternate signers. I know this is really exciting stuff. Sorry, we got to get through it. Investment funds, where the chief financial officer, superintendent is and are hereby authorized to invest monies from the various funds of the district in a manner prescribed under section 380.1223 of the Michigan State School Code and board policy to gain the best possible interest return and to safeguard the revenues of the district. The following banks and firms are hereby authorized as investment depositories: Chase Bank, Honor Credit Union, Comerica Bank, Fifth Third Bank, First Source Bank, Huntington National Bank, Bank of America, Horizon Bank, United Federal Credit Union, National City Bank, the Michigan School District Liquid Asset Fund, and the Michigan Cooperative Liquid Assets Securities System class. Next is the deputy to the board secretary, that the superintendent or chief financial officer be appointed deputy to the board secretary for the purpose of dealing with all matters relating to school elections. The executive secretary, that the superintendent be authorized to act as the executive secretary of the board for the purpose of signing all communications from the Board of Education. Next is signing contracts and accepting resignations, that the superintendent be authorized to issue and sign all contracts with teachers and administrators subject to board approval, to issue and sign all extra duty contracts, and to accept any resignations when tendered by an employee. Bless you. Then we need to appoint school counsel, that the law firm of Troon Law Firm PC of Lansing be appointed school counsel on matters dealing with bonding negotiations, elections, and other concerns for the year of 2025. Going over our policies, that all existing policies, bylaws, and administrative rules previously approved by the Lakeshore Board of Education be readopted, and that the president be authorized to appoint a policy committee for 2025 to review board policies and make recommendations. Then the next section is state and federal programs, that Lakeshore Public Schools participate in the following special programs: ESEA Title I, 2A, and 4, Federal Special Education IDEA, Berry and Risa Section 56 CTE Consortium, and other miscellaneous governmental and private foundations. For grant opportunities, that the superintendent and/or his designee be appointed to represent or retain professional representation for the Board of Education in all matters dealing with employee negotiations, and that the superintendent be authorized to organize the negotiation teams as needed and make periodic reports to the Board of Education. Sorry, that wasn't the grant opportunities section, that was the negotiation section. The grant opportunity says that the superintendent be authorized to represent Lakeshore by signing all applications, and that the chief financial officer be authorized to sign financial reports. And then the very last one, renewal of Board of Education memberships. That the Board of Education renew its annual membership in the Berrien Cass Van Buren School Board Association, Michigan School Equity Caucus, Michigan Association of School Boards, and MASB Legal Trust Fund. That was a lot of business. Any questions, board members, or comments on any of that? If not, I would accept a motion to approve, and this will be a roll call vote.
So moved.
Support.
So roll call vote. Mrs. Von Koenig?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Scaletta?
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow?
Aye.
Mrs. Bigley?
Aye.
Mr. Ott?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Get through all of that.
Was there a partridge in a pear tree in there?
Just about. All right. I know I say this every month, but this is the part of the meeting that I know most of you are here for. Good news about our school. So, Mr. Eating, what do we have this evening?
We have a lot of people in the room. We have Stewart Elementary. We'll give an update on the positive behavior intervention supports at Stewart PBIS system. And I think Mr. Blood is going to come up and do some introductions.
Thanks, everybody. I'm Jaron Blood. I'm the Director of Student Services, for those of you who don't know me. I get the privilege of coming up here and bragging for a second because the Stewart team, when they do their update, they're going to make it about the kids, and it is. But they have done a ton of work, and I've been able to witness that firsthand. So just want to come up and give some background briefly and brag on them a bit. So you're gonna hear about PBIS tonight. At its core, it's a system to teach expected behaviors to all students, to recognize students when they show those expected behaviors, and to support students when they're not able to show those expected behaviors. It's a really simple concept, but what school teams need to put in place, it's very specific, and there's nuanced strategies that teams need to consider. One of the best parts about my job is I get to go around the district and I get to visit school teams and support them while they're putting these things in place, and to hopefully serve as a resource for them. I do this through a process called the Tiered Fidelity Inventory, or the TFI. And the TFI is a guidebook for building these systems, and it scores school teams on how they're doing in developing this system. It focuses on what we do for all students, what we do to support some students who just need that little extra boost, and then what we do to intensively intervene for students who are really, really struggling. Teams who have high scores in the TFI have reduced discipline, improved culture, and higher student achievement. And the Stewart team, their progress is remarkable. I have to brag on them. They have very high scores on the Tiered Fidelity Inventory. They're a leader in our district, certainly in that way. They've had a strong foundation for years in this area, but some of the steps that they're taking now is making a difference, especially for those students who struggle. And part of my role is also special education, so I have that extra heart for students who struggle, and we're really onto something here over at Stewart. So I want to. They're really at this blast-off point where you can see the progress, and it's exponential, and you can feel it when you're in the building. And I think you're going to feel it tonight when they talk. So I'll let the Stewart team come up and take it the rest of the way.
Thank you, Mr. Blood. We appreciate it. I am here with a few teammates. I have Mary Lane, fifth grade teacher, Ashley Norris, who is one of our restorative practice paraprofessionals, which is an awesome thing to have. She's in a support role for kiddos that need that extra behavior boost. And we also have some fun friends with us tonight that have some things they wanna share. So there's some components to PBIS that are super important. So clear expectations are really important. And at Stewart, we talk about pride. So what does pride mean? It starts with the letter P. Starts with the letter P. Then there's an R. There's an I. We have a D. Bring it home. There's an E. Empathy. That's what pride means. And that's what we follow at Stewart. There's more to come from them because these are amazing fifth graders. So So you have those clear expectations. There's some direct instruction that happens in classrooms and with our parapros. So in the lunchroom, in the hallways, happens all over the place. There's a recognition piece. We're going to talk about that. Data collection is important. Tiered support that Jaren touched on, super important. And then having a PBIS team is really important. And we meet monthly and go over all kinds of things.
Okay, so one of the facets of PBIS is the clear expectations, which we do at Stewart by putting up these beautiful posters in pretty much every location throughout the school. So this is an example of one from the hallway, and it just shows the expectations for each letter of pride in whatever area we may be. So the hallway, the media center, the cafeteria, the playground, the bathroom even. So we have a lot of these posters around. The kids are very used to seeing them, right? And then another piece of that is kind of communicating with families, and so we put a lot out on social media. The example up here is some things that you can do to practice pride at home with your kids. And so we have one of these going out once a week until the end of the year, like they're already set to go out. And I'm gonna give credit where credit is due because a parent actually brought us this idea. She was like, I really want to like continue pride at home. How can I do that? So we were like, heck yeah, we will show you how to do that. So as far as I know, the families love it, right? So families, I hope. So the direct instruction piece I talked about, we have a website, All Things Stewart, and our teachers can click on the PBIS link, and there are lesson plans for all of those areas. So the teachers, it's very, very easy. The teachers click the link, and it gives them the lesson. We know every student in the building is getting the same lesson on the expectations in that area. We deliver entire building these lessons together, a launch at the beginning of the year, a mid-year launch in January, so after they come back, we want to get them revved up on it again. And then after spring break, we'll do it again. Sometimes things start to wane in May, so we'll rev them up again with some more lessons. Data collection is super important for PBIS because we need to respond to what's happening. So when we're putting in place all of our strategies, and we look at our data and we see that we're still having lots of issues on the playground or lots of issues on a specific day, then we tweak what we're doing. So our PBIS team does drill down data reports once a month, and our Stewart teacher staff team also does it once a month. And we summarize those for them. But this is collected in a system called SWIS, and it's a school-wide information system based on behaviors, and it allows us to drill down on all kinds of things. How many first grade boys have had a referral for X, Y, or Z, or like on the playground, or so that we can see exactly what's happening. It's a phenomenal tool, and Jaren's been instrumental in helping us with that. Is this me too? Tiered support is super important in PBIS. You can see there's an academic side and a behavior side, and for us they are equally important because the academic side cannot happen if our kiddos are struggling with school behaviors, and we see them as the same. If a student is struggling in reading or math, we provide support for that. If a student is struggling in behavior, we provide support for that. So it happens in these tiers. Tier 1 is for all kiddos, Tier 2 is for some students, and then there's a third tier, intensive support, for a few kiddos.
Some of the different ways of the recognition that we talked about for the positive behavior, positive interaction is the kids get the opportunity to get like a pop ticket, which is a way for us to be able to show them like, you did such a great job walking in the hallway, here's a pop ticket, I saw you show empathy on the playground when somebody was hurt, you helped them get up. And then they get to use those pop tickets at a pop shop where they get to buy different items. It could be different like little knick-knack type things, it could be experiences. We've done like different, like they've had lunch in the office, they've done artwork in the office. So our counselor has done like a kickball game. So there's been different experiences that the kids could do. One of the other things is they could try to win a class hot chocolate party. So that's really cool. another way that we're recognizing them is this past year we started back up doing assemblies. And at each of the assembly, we have a focus of the month, which we're focusing on pride. And then within that month, whatever the focus might be, so like right now they're focusing on dedication. And then the teachers are gonna watch through this month and then through next month. And then they're gonna send us their number one person from their class that was a boy and a girl that was showing dedication the entire time. And then they'll get presented at the assembly, and then they get their picture put up on a big board that's right in the middle of our school.
Awesome.
Okay, so now, if you look up here, this picture actually is from back in November. It's the integrity focus, which is where we're gonna perform. We made a rap, and we've been practicing it like crazy, like literally since October. So they're super excited to perform it for you guys today. All right, so guys, stand up. And you all have the lyrics, so hopefully you can follow along if you can't hear. Okay, guys, get your little groups. So there could be like one right here. Don't be shy. Here we go. Four, right? All right, there you go. Okay, we want to be facing the board. Okay. You ready? Okay, here we go. When you can be honest. We do what is right. If you mess up,
One here in the classroom, or out there on the field, integrity is our shield, it's the power that we wield. So let's stick together, show what we're about, pride in our hearts, and we're shouting it out. We lead by example every moment that we share. Integrity shows that we genuinely care. Let's build a strong future with respect as our God. With pride in our hearts, we're shining its top.
we do what is right, even when no one's watching.
Integrity is the vibe that we know we're not stopping. Shine with pride, doing all that we can. Integrity is our goal, now let's take a stand. We stand as a team, showing care every day. Our actions speak loud in the things that we say. The unity is here and our pride is clear. Integrity is a word, now let's all give a cheer. Woo!
All right.
Drop the mic. There we go.
Yeah.
Our fifth grade building leaders.
Awesome.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
They are doing a phenomenal job leading our building. Couple
Awesome.
more things, we have an amazing PBIS team. This is the rest of our team who couldn't be here tonight. Dana Galloway and Emily Bilka are co-leaders. They do a wonderful job leading us. Jillian Crockett is our early elementary rep. You see Meredith Lane here, our upper elementary. Ashley Norris is here. And our parent rep, who is just really doing a phenomenal job, Donna Lewis. And I also
Awesome.
sit on them to give yourself some credit. We want to thank the board and Superintendent Eating for making PBIS a priority and understanding how important it is for kids to have these kinds of supports to be successful. The LEF for their support through grants and funding, where we can provide things in the pop shop and we can help with our experiences that we provide kiddos. Jaron Blood has been instrumental in helping us through, like he talked about, the fidelity inventory, which then leads to an improvement plan, so we know exactly what we're working on. All of the Stewart staff and families, I see so many of you here, you are phenomenal, and we appreciate you so much. And the Barry and Risa whole child team, they've helped us a ton. So what questions might you have for us?
Not a question, just a comment of, wow, it's fantastic. It really is. And as I see these kids here, are you guys all in 5th grade, did I hear?
So about 10.
I just did the math because my daughter's in college and I think technically is in 15th grade. And 10 years ago was in your seat. And these people are just phenomenal. And it was awesome then, and you just make it better and better. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you guys will go down in the history books as the first rap ever to be performed at a
Yeah.
Lakeshore school board meeting.
That's right, absolutely.
Any other questions, board members?
I had goosebumps listening to you. That's a lot to practice. But I do have a question. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, and whoever can answer. What's something that you've done to earn a pop ticket, and what did you spend it on? Evelyn, I saw your hand.
Like helping out someone, and I spend it on probably saving it up.
Oh.
Awesome.
Anybody else? Thank you.
All right,
That's awesome.
nice job.
The other thing that they do is the 5th graders play a huge role in our assemblies. So the assemblies are student-led as much as possible. I take a huge back seat in the assemblies, the PBIS team takes it over, and the kiddos do a lot of the teaching. So it's amazing. These 5th graders are an incredible group of kids. You're gonna have a great year next year too. 'Cause they're just like the ones we just sent you, sending you another great group, and they do a phenomenal job. And since it's School Board Appreciation Month, they had little cards they wrote. You guys got them.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm wondering if we could organize real quick a photo with the board and the kids right here, maybe the staff too. Can we do that real quick? The board can go right here and the kids can go in front. How about that?
Sure.
Can we go over here? There we go. Why not?
Is it following you? Did you see you guys got a pop ticket?
All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a few. All right. Good smiles, guys. Thank you. All right.
We all got a pop ticket?
Send it to Snoop.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, send it to Snoop. That's right, yeah.
That's like a song.
We all got pop tickets.
No.
That's awesome.
Like,
Yep.
I just remember songs.
Miss
of Alvin.
Fecky, when do we go and when can we spend our pop ticket? Fridays.
Any day.
Any day? Every day?
Right.
Okay.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Maybe we could all pool them and get something really
Look
cool.
at this penmanship.
Oh,
That is impressive.
yeah, that's way better than me.
Yeah.
I'm
better
so
than me.
jealous. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, moving on with our agenda, our superintendent informational report.
Okay, so this week that we're in right now completes the first semester of this school year. It has been a semester that has provided our staff with growth opportunities through the adoption of new curriculum, changes in intervention, and increases in student behavior. But it has also been a rewarding semester as we have all worked together to meet these challenges. We've had 2 significant issues dealing with electronic data over the past month, both of which will take some time to iron out. The first was a network issue that happened on our internal network, which has caused a lot of issues regarding access to our network. With it being at the end of the semester, some teachers have been really scrambling to get ready for exams, and that's been a struggle, I know. The second data issue involves our student information system, PowerSchool, which has had a data breach that happened at the PowerSchool corporate headquarters. PowerSchool has addressed the vulnerability and will keep Lakeshore as well as individual staff members and families informed about that impact. It is unsettling that these issues happen and has caused a lot of frustration for our employees and our students, I'll say. Our Lakeshore technology team, David Bards, Brian Ames, Austin Partee, and Director Chris Quartermain have been working tirelessly to assist employees and students in regaining access to critical resources such as internet services, printing, and Google platforms like email and Google Drive. Their dedication and expertise have been nothing short of remarkable, and I'm incredibly proud of the commitment that they have shown the entire community. As January is School Board Appreciation Month, I would like to take this opportunity to celebrate and reflect on the impact that our school board members have on our entire school community. As Brené Brown wisely states, daring leaders who live into their values are never silent about hard things. Our school board exemplifies this kind of leadership. You guide our district with courage, transparency, and a steadfast commitment to our shared values, even in the face of tough decisions. Thank you for your dedication to making our schools a place where every student can thrive. There are events like school board meetings tonight, for example, which are very visible moments where everyone can witness the work of our board members. But as a school board member, each board meeting is just a small sample of their dedication to Lakeshore Public Schools. Each board member is part of 2 board committees that meet monthly. Board members read, analyze, inquire, and communicate prior to each meeting. They have conversations with community members about school functions. They write letters in support of Lakeshore schools to lawmakers, and they meet with administrators and staff members when asked. They are true servant leaders, and I cannot thank them enough for the work that they do to make our Lakeshore a great place to be. So thank you very much. Appreciate each one of you.
Thank you. And yes, Chris, where'd Chris go? Thank you to your team and how hard you all have been working. I know this has been a real challenge, and thank you. At the very end of break, no less. Like, my heart broke for you guys having to spend your last few days of break dealing with something as unfortunate as this. And as far as School Board Appreciation Month, yes, thank you to all of my colleagues here. You all are an incredibly fine group of people. I'm very proud to serve alongside of you, and I'm keenly aware that how high-functioning our board is really a testament to all of the board members that have come before us and have led this board to become what it is today. And I know that we all feel the weight of that expectation for future board members, and knowing that what we do today matters not only most importantly for our students, but also for future people who sit in this seat. We're helping to lay the foundation for their work in the future. So it is truly an honor. I know I speak on behalf of all of you to say to all of you out there that it is truly an honor that we all sit up here and do what we do.
We also have another report that we're going to be doing on a monthly basis, and that is the Student Representative Report. So Kennedy Bowman is here for that.
Over winter break, we encountered technology issues for all of our school buildings. These caused several problems for teachers and students in the high school. Teachers couldn't post online assignments for students on Google Classroom, and students in computer science could not access the files needed for their curriculum. Alongside these issues, students and teachers' devices cannot connect to printers to print items needed for class. These issues are being addressed, and things seem to be getting better each day. As the board student representative, I plan to meet with the student-led leadership groups at each school to speak about any concerns or ideas they may have to make and improve its schools in our district. My first meeting will be with the high school.
Excellent. Thank you, Kennedy.
Do you have any questions at all?
All right, continuing on to Board of Education reports and action. The first thing is election of officers for 2025. Our recommendation is to leave the slate of officers the same as it has been for the last year. So myself, Rachel Wade, serving as president, Jason Beckrow serving as vice president, Lori Von Koenig serving as secretary, and Griffin Ott serving as treasurer. Are there any suggested changes to that proposed slate of officers? All right, if not, I would accept a motion to approve the slate of officers.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right, next we have bylaws resolutions. Each year, the Board of Education adopts the bylaw resolutions, which re-adopts the bylaws of the Board of Education and sets their regular monthly meeting dates, times, and places. So let it be resolved that the bylaws of the Board of Education are hereby adopted and shall remain in effect until changed or rescinded by the board. And regular monthly meetings of the Board of Education of Lakeshore Public Schools shall be held the second Monday of each month unless conflicting with a legal holiday or changed by a resolution of the board. The meetings will commence at 5:30 in the Lakeshore High School LEF Learning Center, and that no further notice of such meetings shall be required to be given to the members of said board. And all resolutions or parts of resolutions in conflict with this resolution are hereby rescinded. And so our schedule of regular meeting dates will be available. I'm not going to read through all of those, but that will be available on our website. There are a few months where we change a few things based on holidays or based on timings of other events going on within the district. And then we are keeping our committee schedules and membership the same as we have had for 2024. And then upon request to the board president, the district shall make reasonable accommodations for a person with disabilities to be able to participate in the board meetings. Any questions or comments on any of this? If not,
Just
I would.
a quick little comment, sorry.
Yeah.
Just the May 12th was moved to 5 p.m. That is the senior honors night, so that we shifted that one back a half hour, just like we did this past year. Otherwise, I think the rest of them are all the same.
Excellent point. Any other questions or comments? If not, I would accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent. Now we move on to committee reports. The first is Facilities and Finance. Mr. Ott, would you please read that report?
On January 7th, the Facilities and Finance Committee met, consisting of Lori Von Koenig, Tracy Althouse, Greg Eating, and myself. Items discussed but not limited to include the following. Tracy reviewed the monthly financials with the committee, which were condensed and limited due to technical issues. As reports become available, she will send the updates to the committee. Greg discussed and gave further updates on the district's technology issues. He continued with crediting our IT department for their tireless efforts in getting the district up and running. The middle school kitchen update was discussed and will include a small expansion for additional freezer space. Yay. And Greg reported on various personnel issues as well as update on negotiations.
Thank you. Next is the Culture and Leadership Committee. Mr. Scaletta, could you please read that report?
Sure can. The Culture and Leadership Committee met on Friday, January 10th. Present at the meeting were Lori Von Koenig, Susan Toothman, Greg Eating, and myself. The group discussed staffing situations in each building. Greg also discussed and gave further updates on the district's technology issues. The Community Connections Committee will meet tomorrow, and the Student Success Committee will meet on Tuesday, January 28th.
Thank you. Moving on to recommendations of the superintendent, we have an overnight trip to approve.
We do, from the Math and Science Center. Math and Science Center teacher John Woodard is requesting approval for 2 overnight trips. The first is the Math Science Center sophomore winter trip to Michiana Service Camp in Niles, February 22 through 23rd, to enjoy some outdoor activities, hopefully in the snow. Mm-hmm. The second is a capstone trip for the Math Science Center seniors to travel to Okohe.
It's even
Thank
written
you.
there, phonetic.
I know. I know. I'm not the right person for that. Tennessee on April 25 through 28 to celebrate their Math Science Center journey by participating in hiking, caving, and whitewater rafting. Sounds great.
Excellent. Board members, any questions? If not, I would accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, moving on to a vehicle conditional bid.
Yeah, this is hot off the press. This happened today. We have a 10-passenger van that became available today at the recommendation of Operations Manager Nick White. We endorse issuing a conditional bid with the intent of purchasing a 10-passenger van not to exceed $39,000. General funds would be used for this purchase.
Any questions?
Is it a Ford? Okay, it just checking. It matches the rest of them, that's good. Okay.
Any other questions?
Is it a new van or is this a,
It's used, what I found over the weekend, this is a 2019, with, I think it's 66,000 miles. So, they're actually one of the newer ones in our fleet,
Good.
about $5,000 less than the full price.
So moved.
Support?
And this is a roll call vote, so Mrs. Von Koenig?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
aye.
Mr. Scaletta?
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow?
Aye.
Mrs. Bigley?
Aye.
Mr. Ott?
Aye.
And I vote aye. All right, next up is public comment, and I believe we have one pairing who signed up for public comment, Sandra Blau and Christy Erickson. You will have a 5-minute time limit.
You know us, you know you need to cut us off.
I'm gonna start my timer.
We're just piggybacking on recognition of School Board Appreciation Month. And Sandra and I are co-presidents of the Lakeshore Education Association. And we just wanted to extend our gratitude for your leadership, dedication, and wholehearted service.
Yes, exactly. I just, thank you for volunteering and serving for the district. Thank you for listening. Thank you for bringing back Breakfast of the Board. It's one of my favorite times. I really enjoyed the opportunity to talk to the 3 board members that were able to attend for the middle school last week. And Christy and I both know that our relationship is unique and it's unusual, I think, across the country, really, for the board and teachers to get along so well. And I really appreciate that. And it's a testament to you guys and your dedication to our school district and doing what's best for kids on a day-to-day basis. So we have a small little gift for you, and that's all we have to say.
Yes,
So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
You guys only used 1 minute. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Got 4 more, let's go.
Thank you.
Jason said we could give you 10 since there were 2 of you.
He's wrong, actually.
All right, and with that, I would accept a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
So moved.
Support?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent, thank you very much.
All right. Very nice.